welcome along. This is Virtual Farmer and we're back on Kinlaig. We have a lot of work to do today. So our grass field that we did last time, we're going to be getting that cultivated and limed. We're then going to go down to the shop and pick up a seeder. Originally my plan had been to do all this sort of the second day of February, but there wasn't really a lot to do other than this initial bit with the cultivating and the liming. So I decided to try and do this all in one day. Let's put that down then. We're gonna cultivate this field just to make it easier for us to lime. There isn't really much need to do this other than I think it might improve our environmental score as well. I think if you do multiple stuff to the land, so if you plow and then you cultivate and then you seed, or if you plow and then you direct seed, you're normally better in your environmental score than if you feed directly into plowed soil. So that's what we're trying to do here. We'll see if this works. We'll see if we are able to rescue some of the environmental score that we've lost from doing the plowing on here, but it should all be good. I think we'll be fine overall. So yeah, let's get this field cultivated in, and then I can get the lime spreader out on here. We can get this field limed, and then we'll go and grab ourselves a seeder. I had kind of hoped that we might get a seeder in the sales, but unfortunately that is not to be. What we should be able to do though, if we can get these fields limed and seeded today, so get all of this into the position we want, we should be able then next month, or not next month, next time, to get these fields fertilized and weeded and rolled before the end of the month, which would be fantastic. We really could do with that. I'm doing round the tree here, but yeah, we want to try and get this all weeded and rolled and fertilized before the end of the month as well. If we can do that, we're going to be in a really strong position. It should mean that the only thing we'll have to do before harvest then will be to get a second load of fertilizer, possibly on both of these fields, and we're looking to then do a cut on here and possibly make some silage in May, so about 2 months from now. It's going to be tight, I think. I'm not quite sure if we will have fully grown grass by May, but I'm going to have a crack at it. And if we have to cut a shorter set of grass first, then we may go that way and see where we are from there. At the moment, though, this is working out really well for us. We've got plenty of time, and we may be able to sort of jump ahead a little bit. The only thing that worries me about jumping ahead at all is that we do have quite an expensive set of monthly goings at the moment. So if we don't do any contracts at all on here, we're going to find ourselves running out of cash very fast. And considering a lot of our stuff is going to need paying off before the end of the year, that could be catastrophic if we're not careful. Coming up along the headlands now, we are looking pretty good. It's just gone 10 a.m. so that is plenty of time for us to get the rest of this done. Want to go along the edge of the road here. We got a little bit closer to the road with these plough furrows than I would have liked, but we are doing okay. We're able to keep this fairly good, and it means that we'll be able to cut right up to the road. I may not actually cut right up to the road, but it gives us that little bit of extra grass should we want it. And yeah, I'm very happy with this. This is going to be a cracking grass field. It's just as it was, it produced a load, and doing this is just going to maximize that. So up with this. Missed a little bit of furrow in a couple of places, but otherwise we're good. Right, we need to get the cultivator back in the shed, and our lime spreader, which still has a decent amount of lime in it. We'll be able to get that out now and start getting that round the field. So we've got 41% of a tank of lime in this, which I'm very much hoping is going to be enough to do this field. If not, lime, thankfully, is fairly inexpensive, so we should be all right. But yeah, I would rather that we limed this field just with what we have in here. It's going down fairly fast, though, so I don't know if that's actually going to be the case. I think we might end up having to go and get a refill. The lime is going down rather quickly at this point. We've got around the headland. We're having to raise it in some places by nearly an entire pH. So yeah, it's quite a big amount of lime that we're having to do in a couple of places, but we're down to 10% left. Oh, and there's not a massive amount of this field left to do. That is annoying, because I think we are going to have to go and buy some more. I am not, though, going to go and fill this all the way up. I think we can probably get away with maybe a third of this filled. Yeah. It's not a huge amount we're going to have to put in. In fact, I don't think we're even going to have to do that much. We got a long way across that field then with very little. We are out of it, though, so off down to the refill point we go. And yeah, I think I'm just going to do 25%. I don't think we need any more than that. So pulling into the purchase point, pull round. Get our cover open. Yeah, and then pull under it as close as we can. Really does not stick too far out of there. Right, there we go. Start filling. And we want lime, and we don't want to go more than 25% full. There we are. 2,300, less than £1,000 to refill that then. So that's good. Right, close the cover. Yep, and back up to the farm and finish off that field. 2,312 litres should easily be enough for this. And the last little bit, and like everywhere else, it's a little bit of a patchwork on this field, but it has completed. We have lime everywhere, and just under 1,000 litres, just under 10%, or around about 10% left. That is fantastic news. That means that we didn't overspend. We could have done it with just 15%, but that felt a little bit too risky. So I'm quite happy with that. We are able now to head down to the shop, I think, and we'll go and grab ourselves a seeder just as we're coming up to midday. So that's fantastic news. And what we'll do is we'll fill it with some seeds down there as well. And that should then mean we get at least one field seeded today. And if we do that, what we'll be able to do then is come back tomorrow and get the other field seeded while we are doing the rolling and the weeding with the John Deere. So that should all work out pretty well for us. Okay, so let's see what we have available in our seeder options. Nothing in the sales, unfortunately, so whatever we get is going to be full price. In the seeders, we've got this Horse Versa 3 KR, which is a 3 meter. We've got this Arpeggio RK400 plus Jetex. That is 43,000. So that actually is our best bet. It's a 4 meter. We look at everything else. Everything else is 3 meter, 4.6 on the Great Plains. Yeah, the first 4 meter is the Agromaz Aquila Drive 400, and that is good. 15 grand more. So yeah, we're gonna go with this one. We're gonna have to hire purchase it. 2,000 down payment should be fine. If we go with no payment at the end, it's gonna cost us 3,000 a month. 3.5 grand a month. We're gonna have to do that. So we'll purchase that. And then to go with that, we need some seeds. Question I've got then is how much is the capacity on this? 1,000 liters. In which case we want just 1 pallet of seeds. Let's buy that. Yes. Okay. And I'm hoping that that 1 pallet of seeds will do us. If not, we'll have to pop down in here and grab another. Turn our lights off. We don't need those on during the day. So we're down to 18,742. We do have quite an expensive monthly budget for stuff that we are hire purchasing. It's horrendous at the moment. We kind of need to find a way that we need to attach the hoses. This may be one of those ones that is a little bit difficult to get in there and attach. Okay, the way I'm going to do this is going to try and detach the back section off and then attach the front section, because it won't let me attach that, I don't think. There we go. That's detached it. Right. We pull this forward. So this is a cultivator or power harrow. We can connect all that up, and then we back this into here, and then we can reconnect the seeder onto it. We come to here. There we go. And connect all of the... No, connect that on. Yeah, that seems to be working. So the current crop we've got can't be planted in March, which is not surprising. That is wheat. We want to be planting oats is what we're going for. Bring this here, open the cover, and refill that with the seeds. Yep. And in fact, I'm going to switch to the grass, and we'll get the grass in first. So let's head back up to the farm, get that planted, and then we can move on to the oats if we have time today. So thankfully on the tractor we do have GPS, so I can come onto this field and line myself up. That is pretty good. We've got a bit of a weird triangle around the tree, and we'll go with that. Our line is all good. All right. And then our first row is over here. Turn this on. Line ourselves up. Down we go. And away we go. In no time, we are going to have this field planted. If I can find the right gear to do it in. Normally, it's about 11. I had thought that we were going across the slope with this. We're bouncing around. I thought we were going across the slope with this, but turns out that we're not. We're actually going up the slope. So when I am going back this way, I'm having to drop my gear down to about 8 or 9. I think 8 is probably is the better place for me to sit. Not quite on full revs, but downside to that is that we're only going about 4 or 5 miles an hour in this direction. with on the way back, because it's downhill here, we're actually going at sort of 7-8 miles an hour. So it's quite a difference between the two, and it's slowing us down that little bit coming this way. I think we're gonna carefully go around the tree on the next pass, which we should be absolutely fine for, and we've only used 3% of the seeds. So yeah, things going very nicely at the moment. We've had a whole load of deer come out on here at the moment. They've been playing around in the field. Just looking at the gear ratios on here, yeah, you want to keep it between sort of 22 and 25 on the revs, I think. You don't want to really go any higher than that. If you go lower than that, then you kind of need to turn it up. Yeah, the ends there. Yeah, close enough. So yeah, you want to try and keep the revs reasonable. You can just go just completely go ham and leave it at the top end, but I find that tends to irk me. You tend to end up with just a struggling engine. I mean, it'll pull it at the top end, but rarely is it good. So yeah, try and get it in this range here. 22 I think actually is a really good place to have the revs. If you've got them there, you're normally doing pretty well. Final row before the headlands, we are down to 93% on the seeds, which is fantastic. I don't know how the seeds will be with the oats, but certainly with this grass, we're not taking up a huge amount of seed getting it done. So yeah, this has worked out very well for us, and we should have enough in this seeder to get all of this field done, and the other one, I think, with any luck. I'm certainly hoping so, because the less money that we spend right now, the better off we'll be. Coming along the final section of the field now, we are down to 88%, 884 litres of seeds left, and yeah, plenty to get this field finished, which is brilliant. I'm very, very pleased with that. That has been that has worked absolutely perfectly. It is 20 to 6 in the evening as well, so we're gonna get this field done today. We won't be able to get the oats in, but that is where we'll be picking up next time. So we're gonna get this working on planting the oats. So let's switch over to those. There we go. Right, and that has been productive. We've got the grass field turned around. We'll get the oats field turned around next time, and then after that, we've got lots and lots. Well, we've got lots of rolling to do. We need to roll this field, and we need to weed it as well. So yeah, lots to do on the farm in March. We'll pick up there next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and drop us a comment. A huge thank you to all my patrons and channel members whose names are on screen now. Your support makes these videos possible. For more from Virtual Farmer, check out the recommended video below, or subscribe and help us on the road to 50,000 subscribers. And I will see you next time.